Alrighty, good morning, everybody. Hello and welcome to the stream. DSP here live. And ladies and gentlemen, today officially marks the 1 week countdown to the release of the PlayStation 5. That is correct. In exactly 1 week, at least in some territories, not in all territories, but in some territories, we'll be getting our PS5s. I am one of them. Yesterday, I was able to get Amazon to update the order status, saying that they will deliver my PlayStation 5 on November 12th by 8 p.m. Of course, remember, they did send out emails about a month ago saying they can't absolutely promise that. But it was a bit reassuring to at least see the website update and say that they're going to make the effort, right? So, with that being said, and also, within 5 days, 2 major, ginormous gaming releases coming out in Assassin's Creed Valhalla as well as Yakuza 7 Like a Dragon. This puts us in a unique position, okay? Basically, here's the position I'm in. I have 2 ongoing playthroughs for new releases from last week that I need to wrap up in time for new stuff in 5 days. Okay, so, including today, that leaves me with 4 streaming days to try to finish up the stuff I'm doing. Admittedly, the stuff that I'm doing isn't exactly as good as I had hoped, or let me put it this way. Watch Dogs Legion, definitely not as good as I had hoped, alright? Because of the story elements. The fact that the characters are disposable makes it not as fun as Watch Dogs 2. It's not a bad game, I'm still enjoying it. But this game is not as good as Watch Dogs 2. In my opinion, it's a major step back. Okay? With the Dark Pictures Anthology Little Hope, we've already done our first run, which is obviously the best one. When you don't know what's going to happen with the story in one of these horror games, it's obviously better than the second run. Now, the second run should be interesting when we play it one more time on a late stream, because now all of the choices that I've done differently from the first run are going to come to a culmination, and we're going to see how this will change or affect the ending. I'm also going to see if this time, if I can keep everyone alive, which I couldn't do last time. I ended up losing one of the characters during the course of the story, and then at the end of the story, multiple other characters died. So I'm going to see what we can do to maybe keep everyone alive, if even possible. I don't know. Okay? So that being said, that will be interesting when I get to it. But Watch Dogs Legion, I have to focus heavily on this entire weekend in order to get through it and wrap it up before the other new releases hit. Okay? There is absolutely no way I would be able to juggle Watch Dogs Legion along with Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Yakuza 7, and then all the launch titles of the PlayStation 5. It's just not happening. So I need to get through this weekend. So what does that mean? It means that potentially I'm playing Watch Dogs Legion every single day for the next 4 days. I know for some people that's going to be an issue. They're going to say, Phil, you're a variety streamer. Why are you playing the same thing every single day? We prefer when you switch it up and you go between games, so that way every day when we come back you're doing something different. And typically if people don't like a particular game, you come back the next day, you'll see me playing something different and you'll be pleased. In this case, that's just not going to happen, and there's nothing I can really do about it. Okay? Pray for Rock just said it too. He says, all these 50-plus hour games coming out. I mean, yeah, you know Assassin's Creed's going to be super long. You know Yakuza 7 is going to be super long. So, I've really got to get Watch Dogs finished. If I don't finish it this weekend, I could potentially see this as being an unfinished playthrough for an extended period of time, because no one's going to want me to go back to it. You know what I mean? People are going to want to see me play what's new and hot. They're not going to want to see me going back to Watch Dogs Legion. So, I've got to do my best to try to finish this over the course of the weekend. So there's a couple things that I need to say. First of all, if you are not interested in Watch Dogs Legion, I apologize. This is just how things have fallen, how the cards have fallen, right? Sorry if you're not going to like the streams this weekend, and if that means that you don't hang out with me this weekend, I guess, okay. I mean, I'll be sad to not see some of you, especially those of you who are regulars and you like hanging out with me every day. And if you can't enjoy the stream, all right, enough just with hanging out with me and having fun instead of focusing on the game, if you don't like the game, I'm sorry. I really do feel bad about that. But there's not much that I could do about it with the time constraints that we've got. This is the craziest gaming season of the year. This is the kind of stuff and the situations that we end up in, okay? Now, for those of you who are going to be here and tough it out and be here with me over the course of the next 4 days as I play Watch Dogs Legion and try to finish it, first of all, thank you in advance. I know for a fact it will not be the most riveting game to watch. I'm hoping together we can hang out and have a good time, especially considering the current stuff going on in the United States with politics. This could be a place where we disconnect from that crap and we just hang out and have a good time together. I don't want to be sitting here talking about politics and all kinds of shit like that. That has nothing to do with my streams. That's the whole point. Okay? That's the whole point of my streams to begin with. Alright? So, please, bear with me, and we'll do our best to get through this game, even if it's not super entertaining. What I'm hoping is there will be more entertaining parts. And admittedly, last stream I actually enjoyed because I was using the Drone Master. And this is someone who can do not only spider bot stuff, but also the flying drone stuff. And that was pretty fun because you didn't have to do the hand-to-hand combat and stuff like that I felt the game wasn't doing a good job with. I mean, the hand-to-hand combat in this game is pretty pathetic, let's be honest. So, you know, here's hoping for more fun stuff today and not the stuff that it's weak at. Okay? Now, that being said, if you are going to be here for the next 4 days, you say, I'm going to hang out with Phil no matter what. I don't care if I like the game or not. I'm just here to hang out with him and have a good time. Fair enough, but please, I have to ask you something up front. Please do not constantly complain about the game. We all know the game isn't as good as Watch Dogs 2. I think we've all collectively agreed together this game is not as good as Watch Dogs 2. So if we all agree on that, we don't need to constantly be crapping on the game and saying so. Alright? You know, I hate it when people come here and all that. This game sucks. This is boring. Chat is slow because this game sucks. Listen. Fine. We know that. Then let's talk. Let's hang out. Let's chill. Let's have a good time outside of the game. You know. It doesn't always have to be about the game. And this is a case where I don't think it will be about the game. It'll be more about us just kind of hanging out. Alright? If you want to rag on the game, that's one thing to make jokes. That's another thing to actually complain and bring down others in the chat. Because sadly, here's what happens. You get a group of 4 or 5 people who don't like the game. All they do is sit there, complain, and now no one else can have any fun in the chat. People are actually trying to talk with me, interact with me, but it's these 4 or 5 people dominate the chat with negativity. And then people don't want to be on the stream. Like, damn, Phil, everyone on your stream is just shit. It's just constantly complaining. I don't want to be there. I can't have that. I have 4 days that I have to dedicate to this. Alright? So, with 4 days that I have to dedicate to the game to beat it, I need your support and your help, and I need your buy-in on this. That we're going to hang out and have a good time, and not so much focus on the game being crappy. Okay? Fair enough? I hope so. I hope you'll listen to me, and I hope you'll take heed. Alright? Now, something else that I want to say up front. Yesterday was one of the slowest contribution days I've had the entire year of 2020. Now, a lot of that is because this year was pretty over-the-top supportive with contributions because of the vest streak and stuff like that. But it was just like all situations, all circumstances conspired to make it a shitty day for me. Alright? If you weren't here yesterday, I'll give you a little recap. First of all, I played the Dark Pictures Little Hope's second run, and doing some alternate choices was interesting, but the problem is really the repercussions of your alternate choices don't pan out until the last couple hours of the game, which we didn't get to. So a lot of it ended up being a retreading of things we already did, and admittedly, a lot of people complained the game was boring or repetitive because we already seen it. And so there's not much I could do about that. I kind of knew, I expected that was going to happen. I knew the second run wasn't going to be as riveting as the first until we got to the very end. Okay? So already, the stream was slow in regards to viewership, and the stream was slow in regards to contributions. So then I go to upload the videos to YouTube, and all the videos of Little Hope that I uploaded yesterday get claimed on YouTube. So not only was it a slow stream for contributions, then I'm not going to make any money on the YouTube videos because they all claimed them for fucking music, which is ludicrous because they're still claiming it for Spanish music and shit. Doesn't even make fucking sense. Then on top of that, I check my email and come to find out during the stream, I got several chargebacks against my PayPal account that negated $40 of the $50-some of tips that I'd raised, meaning that basically on that first stream, I made $10. Alright? So you can imagine the mood that set me in. All right. Now, last night's Genshin Impact stream actually was a pretty good stream in regards to the fact that we had fun. There was fun conversation. I actually relaxed a little bit during last night's stream. And I want to say thanks to anyone who was here for Genshin Impact last night. You guys did kind of make me feel a little better. We had a fun stream, and it was a good time, in my opinion. I did have fun with you guys last night, all right? Were the contributions high? Of course not. It's Genshin Impact, and I wasn't expecting as such. But a few people did contribute, and I do appreciate those that did. Okay? So, it basically sucked. Yesterday sucked contributions-wise. It was one of the worst days of the year, and it has nothing really to do with you guys. It has to do with the fact that it's just bad circumstances. Second run of a game that we've already seen the story of the game, so a lot of people don't really care the second run, right? Stupid chargebacks, videos claimed on YouTube. It's just like, come on, man. Like, everything possible coming together to piss me off, all right? Today, I'm not in a pissy mood. Today, I'm actually in a better mood. I'm feeling more positive about today. But I'm going to forewarn all of you. I'm going to forewarn all of you ahead of time. Don't sit here and jokingly make fun of me in regards to Phil had a slow day, Phil needs help, Phil needs support. Do this, do that. It's my job as the streamer and the content creator to let you guys know what's going on with me, if I need your support, how you can support. It's not your job. There are people who take it upon themselves to sarcastically make jokes about that constantly in the stream, and it's not your fault. It's not your responsibility nor your job to do that, and you are pissing me off when you do that, because now there's other people who come into the stream. I'm not advertising, but you guys make it seem like the whole stream's about that, and it's not, and I'm not going to allow it. So I'm just going to forewarn all you right now. Don't make jokes about contributions. Don't make jokes about Phil needs help. It's not funny. I know you're doing it sarcastically and facetiously, and I'm not going to have it. If I see it, you're out of here. All right? It's my job to bring stuff up. It is my job as the content creator to decide whether or not that's something I want to talk about on my stream, not yours. The moment you bring it up, you're out of here. And yes, there'll be timeouts first, and then there'll be bans later if it's a repeat offense, but I'm not putting up with that shit. Because there's a group of people who come in here, and all they want to do is derail the stream with that kind of shit, because they know it makes me look bad. And I'm not going to allow it. I want this stream to be a fun, positive place about games, not about you guys derailing it into money and shit. Again, if I feel that I need some help and I need to bring it up, I'll bring it up. It's not your place to do so. Okay? Fair enough. That's why I'm telling you guys this up front. I'm trying to be fair with you. Trying to let you understand. Don't complain about Watch Dogs Legion. We all know the game ain't great. Don't sit here and complain about it constantly. It's fully within your power. If you don't like the game and you don't want to just hang out to come back on Tuesday when we'll have multiple new releases, sorry that I'm going to be playing this game all weekend, but I got to get through it. In addition, don't derail the stream with talk about I need contributions and this and that. That's my job to do, not yours. And if you do that, you're overstepping your bounds, you're derailing the stream, and you will get moderated appropriately. All right? So I'm laying the ground rules now before we even get started today, so there's no misunderstandings, no misconceptions. I want everyone to have a good time on the stream, and I'm not going to have this shit derailed by a bunch of negative idiots. Okay? Fair enough? Like I said, I'm coming back today with a more positive attitude. I'm feeling much better today than I did yesterday. Yesterday, that just perfect situation of nonsense really irked me the wrong way and put me in a bad mood. And today, I'm coming back with a more positive attitude. All right? Good stuff. So, thumbs up. Okay. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, today, it is Watch Dogs Legion here on the main gameplay stream. We finished up the Albion plotline last time around, which was one of the major story plotlines of the game. Today, we're going to be focusing on the other plotline, which is the group that's known as, like, 404. It's supposed to be a rival hacker group to DedSec, and I guess what you're trying to do is gain their help in taking down, Albion and the other ones that are controlling London. So that's, I guess, what we're going to focus on today. And, of course, if we run into any other content, like a side mission or a liberation mission, and it happens to be along the way, then we'll do that too. But for now, I think we're going to focus in on the other major plot line and see how far we can get today. Okay? Excuse me. Later tonight is my weekly throwback stream of Street Fighter. Yes, it is on Thursday yet again. Last week we did it on Thursday due to a double new release on Friday. This week I said, what the hell, why not just do it Thursday again, since that way it'll be exactly a week since the last session. I see no problem with that. So, later tonight, throwback Street Fighter fun. Should be a good time. It always is. Even though there's lag and rage and everything, it's usually still a good time, and I hope you guys will join me for that later tonight, 6:45 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Okay? Tomorrow, more Watch Dogs. Yes, as I said, it's going to be Watch Dogs the next several days till I beat this game. So Watch Dogs Legion on the main stream tomorrow. Tomorrow night, Friday night, will be the final ever stream of Pokemon Sword. What we're going to do in this stream is basically finish up as much of the Pokedex as we can. There apparently are Ultra Beast Pokemon now in the DLC. I've done all the story of the DLC, but it's essentially just going to be a 2-hour late night chill session where we give a send-off to Pokemon Sword. You know, a game that I played for a full year on and off. You know, really enjoyed having my first ever Pokedex, filling mission or whatever you want to say, quest. I've never filled a Pokedex before until this game. Had a ton of fun with it. A lot of chill interactions with you guys during it. And I kind of want to give it a proper send-off. So we're going to have one final late night stream and see how many Pokemon I can actually catch and or evolve, etc. during that session Friday night. So if you've enjoyed any of my Pokemon gameplay in the last year, come on to the stream on come on by to the stream on Friday night to give it a proper goodbye. Okay? Good stuff? All right. On Saturday, yes, more Watch Dogs Legion as we're trying to finish the game. And then Saturday night, it's going to be the conclusion of the Dark Pictures Anthology, Little Hope, Alternate Choices Run. Now, we are coming to the culminating part of the game where I have made different choices this time around from the first playthrough, trying to make everyone basically the best that they could be. Have positive character traits, and unlock the traits that were locked in the first playthrough that we never got around to unlocking. Because if you unlock all of their traits by the end of the game, apparently they can all live, and you can get a good ending. Okay? That's what I'm going for, but I don't know if I'm going to do it. Also, I got to keep everyone alive, because if they die during the course of the game, you can't get the good ending either. Okay? So, we're going to see what happens. That should be interesting, because I have made some different decisions regarding who we're accusing is responsible for everything going on, as well as I gave a knife to a different character and stuff. So we're going to see how that turns out on Saturday night, and that'll be the end of that playthrough. Okay? Then on Sunday, it is, hopefully, the conclusion of Watch Dogs Legion. You've got to think that after 4 main streams, which would be about 14, 15 hours of gameplay, you've got to think at that point, I'll probably be near the end of this game, especially considering the amount of time I put into it already, right? You've got to think we'll be near the end of the game, if not beating it by then. All right? So, hopefully on Sunday we finish Watch Dogs Legion, and then Sunday night will be a late night chill stream of Genshin Impact. All right? And that's going to end the streaming week for me, because I am off on Monday. Why on Monday? Because typically I would have a Tuesday off, but this Tuesday is a double new release day. Assassin's Creed Valhalla as well as Yakuza 7. Both myself and my wife are interested in both games and want to play them. So he said, I guess we should take a different day off this week rather than Tuesday, and then we can't play those games, right? So that's what we're doing. So I'll be here on Tuesday for the double new release. Likely it'll be Assassin's Creed Valhalla on the early stream and Yakuza 7 on the late stream. Then on Wednesday, chances are I'll flip them. It'll probably be Yakuza 7 on the early stream and Assassin's Creed on the late stream. Now, Thursday is the big day next week, the 12th. That is the release day of the PlayStation 5. That is the big day when everything happens. So how's it going to go down? Honestly, I don't know, because it's all going to depend on Amazon. Amazon has said that they're delivering me my PlayStation 5 console as well as my 3D Pulse headset on the 12th. But with Amazon, they only guarantee that you're going to get it by the end of the day. Okay? So if I get it at 10 a.m., amazing. I can cover the PS5 all day long. We'll do a live unboxing. We'll hook it up together. We'll explore the dashboard. We'll get it working with my capture software. We'll sign up for the online shit. We'll download some games together, right? We may even do some testing. Just basically playing a variety of games that day for a few minutes each just to see how the games are running on PlayStation 5. I tell you my impressions on the DualSense controller. I could try out the wireless headset and let you know how it sounds and try to troubleshoot the sound capture, because I get the feeling it'll probably be difficult to figure out how to get it to go through both the headphones and my capture setup at the same time. But, I mean, this is all cool stuff for launch day. This is some of the most amazing stuff you could do, because guess what? I'm not a paid shill. You know? Unlike every single fucking person who got a PS5 early and were not allowed to give a single bit of criticism to the console because they were under an NDA agreement, they couldn't do that. They couldn't even say a single negative thing about the console. They were specifically told on a daily basis they could only say this or this or this, and that was it. Okay? I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm going to tell you what I actually think about the damn console every step of the way. When I covered the launch of the last gen consoles, the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One, people loved it. It was actually some of my highest rated and viewed content I'd ever done on the internet 7 years ago. So I'm very excited for the PlayStation 5 launch because I'm going to do it all again. We're going to do it live this time, which is going to be really exciting. I'm pumped. I hope you guys are pumped too. Okay? So, good stuff coming up that day. Well, here's the thing. All right? Sadly, I hate to say this, I might not get the console early that day. I'm only guaranteed to get it by the end of the day. I could be streaming all day long, and if that is the case, I'm just going to stream the new releases. I'm going to keep streaming Assassin's Creed and Yakuza 7. But we may be stuck in a situation where I don't get the console till super late that day. Maybe it doesn't show up till 8 p.m. Well, shit. I only stream till 9:15, so what would we do then? We definitely unbox it, hook it up, maybe do initial setup, and then the next day, Friday, the entire day would be a PS5 extravaganza. All right? So we got to see what happens with the delivery of it. I can't control it. By the way, we're going to talk a little bit about the news about this, because it was news this morning from everyone. Every retailer, and Sony officially coming out and stating the only people who are getting the PlayStation are people who ordered online. There will be absolutely zero in-person sales of the PlayStation 5. Zero. They have provided no stock at all to any store to sell consoles on launch day. It's only if you pre-ordered it. That's pretty crazy. And we're going to talk about that in a minute, all right? But anyway, so that being said, we'll see what happens. I do hope that I get the console early, and then, you know, I can cover it all day, but there's nothing I can do about it. If it comes late, it comes late. Now, the other thing is, Amazon sent out an email a month ago stating they're not even guaranteeing you get it on launch day. Even though the website says the 12th, I might not get it. There's nothing I can do about that. Is it disappointing? Hell yeah. But there's nothing I can do if I don't get it on launch day. So if I don't get it on launch day, the entire day we'll just keep playing the new releases of Assassin's Creed and Yakuza. And we'll just keep doing that until basically, number one, we get bored and we want some variety, in which case maybe I'll interject a stream of Street Fighter or something like that. Or number two, until the PS5 actually arrives. Now, the day after the launch of the PlayStation 5, which is the Friday the 13th, I know, Friday the fucking 13th. What a day for this, okay? Guess what game comes out on Friday the 13th? Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. All right? So, at the very least, if the PlayStation 5 does not come on launch day, all right, and, you know, if this is all a problem, if this is a problem, then here's what we're going to do, all right? If this is the case, what I will do is I will, on the 13th, I will start playing Black Ops. And therefore, we'll have some variety. It won't just be Assassin's Creed and Yakuza 7. It'll end up also being Black Ops. All right? So then we'll have 3 different games that I'll be playing instead of just 2. Fair enough? So that's what I'm going to do. And we'll see what happens. But hopefully, worst case scenario, if I don't get PlayStation 5 right away, I'm still going to have 3 big new games to play that week. Okay? So even worst case, it's not that bad. I'll still be juggling 3 brand new releases that are going to be things people want to see and I want to play. It's not that bad. But obviously, the ideal state here is if the PlayStation 5 does arrive on launch day. And then I can cover it on launch and all that. All right? So we'll see what happens. So this next week is going to be crazy because there's a mad rush, essentially, to finish Watch Dogs Legion here, while also anticipating brand new games on Monday and then even more new games later in the week and the PlayStation 5 launch. So who knows what's going to happen, okay? Romero, I don't know what to tell you. I've seen completely conflicting information on the internet about this. He says Yakuza 7 only comes out on the 10th for the Xbox Series X. It comes out on the 13th for PS4 and Xbox One. Not according to IGN. And there was another website that said otherwise. It seems like there's no consistent information on the internet about when the fuck that game is releasing. I'm serious. Like, it said, at first, it wasn't even supposed to come out till, like, I think it was like the 17th or something like that. Then they bumped it up and said that it was coming out a week earlier to coincide with the launch of the Xbox Series X. But then there's more information from some places claiming that it's only coming out for Xbox Series X, and then other things would have to wait like 3 days. I have no idea. I couldn't even tell you. I couldn't even fucking tell you when it's coming out because there's no consistent data. But depending on where you go, it says different shit. I can tell you, I know because I double-checked this past week on IGN. It claims that everything's coming out on the 10th. It says every version comes out on the 10th. Okay? So who knows what's right? Worst case, I guess I'll play Assassin's Creed for a couple days. If we don't have Yakuza to balance it with, I'll just have to do something else. What else can I do, right? But I don't know what's coming out when. See, now someone reset says, no, it's the 10th. See? No one knows. No one fucking knows because they keep changing the dates for all these games, so now there's complete misinformation and no one actually knows. See? Wikipedia says November 10th, see? See what I mean? Everyone has disinformation. This is the problem with the internet-based culture, is you can have people completely saying different shit or talking about old, outdated information, and there's no way to tell what's current and what's not. Don't even get me started on the election. Alright, but that's a key moment there, you know, trying to track the election, like, Jesus. So Django Pop says, it says the 10th for me on my Amazon order and the PlayStation Network store. All right, so I'm going to believe it's Monday, or Tuesday, excuse me. I'm going to believe it's the 10th. If it's not, it's not. Okay? I guess we'll see what happens here. Okay. Anyway, that being said, hopefully everything goes according to plan this coming week, and it'll be a great week. It's going to be crazy no matter what. Even if the PlayStation 5 doesn't show up, covering 3 high-profile new releases in 1 week is tough. Now imagine if the PlayStation 5 does show up and I'm covering like 7, 8. Holy shit. Now, like I've told you guys, at launch of PS5, I can't play everything. My priorities would be Spider-Man Miles Morales, Demon's Souls, and Bugsnax. Those are going to be the 3 games I'm more interested in at launch. And then as we get further into the month and next month, as there's more time, then I will consider doing other stuff. But those are the 3 first games that I'm going to be playing on the console for sure, okay? Okay? Alright, good. So that's the week. That's a crazy fucking week, dude. That's a crazy-ass week coming up here. Again, just a reiteration. Number 1, understandably, a lot of you will not like Watch Dogs Legion. I don't like it as much as Watch Dogs 2. That's okay. But please do not sit here on the stream constantly complaining about the game, claiming it's boring or whatever. All that's going to do is bring negativity to the streams, derail the stream from allowing people to talk who want to actually have fun interactions and positivity, and I'm not going to have it. All right? We all know the game ain't great, but I got to get through it in the next few days. Number 2, do not, under any circumstances, bring up that Phil needs money, Phil needs support, someone should contribute, you should do this. That's not your part. That's not your role to do. That is overstepping the bounds. That's derailing the stream. If I want to talk about that on my own stream, I can. It's not your place to do it. A lot of people do it sarcastically and facetiously to make fun of me and to derail the stream and bring negativity. It's not allowed, and if I see it, you're out of here. All right? Just reiterating so you guys know up front what's going on. Fair enough? Okay. All right. Now, a couple quick things before we talk about gaming news, because I've got a lot to talk about in the realm of gaming news today. First of all, subscriber goal for the month, 825 subs. If we hit that subscriber goal anytime, that many concurrent subs during the month of November, which is very possible with all the new stuff coming out, right? Holiday event will happen. I'll be doing a holiday marathon dressed up in festive attire, meaning likely multiple holiday-themed sweaters and the like. Variety of games, probably some multiplayer games mixed in with games that you guys will be nominating. I'll be drinking during said event, probably having some beer, eggnog, and various other holiday cordials. All right? And maybe have some other fun stuff going on there as well. Fair enough? Okay. So, I want to do that event. I do it every year. It's super fun, but we got to hit the sub goal. So, please consider subscribing to the channel. If you do, you get many benefits, including a ridiculous amount of emotes that will be unlocked on the channel. Over 40 emotes. Plus, you get a cool chat crown badge to show how long you've been a channel supporter, and you do not have to watch advertisements. If you're a paid sub, when I take ad breaks, you don't have to watch the ads, and no one likes ads, including me. So I know exactly how that's a benefit, okay? Also, it's not just about you subscribing or resubbing. Maybe you want to gift a few subs to some friends or some other fellow viewers. Tis the season, right? So consider it. And thanks to anyone who does. I appreciate it, all right? If you cheer, sub, or tip during today's stream, I'm going to give you a shout out. That's a major part of my streams, is the interaction that we have. In particular, today, yes, tips are more beneficial to me than anything else. Why? I'll tell you why. Because I need to afford all the games I just mentioned. I mean, we're talking in the next week, 3 to 7 games, plus the new console. So tips will help me tremendously this week. If you can tip me, please do. But please understand that contributions are not mandatory on my streams, nor are they expected. I consider it going above and beyond if you do contribute in any way. I appreciate every one of you that do contribute, and thank you in advance for that. All right? Now, we have rewards for people who tip. If we raise $50 on the stream, I'll put on the Gunner glasses. If we raise $100, I'll put on a vest. I have not worn a vest in 2 days. The last vest that I wore was the camo vest. Actually, 4 days. Well, 3 days because it was Monday. I forgot because I had Tuesday off, right? So the last vest I wore was the camo vest. That means all other vests are eligible. Yes, including the platinum vest that people seem to love so much. So, consider tipping. Great rewards. By the way, if we do happen to double the tip skull today, which would be $200 raised on the stream, yes, I will put on the cowboy hat. Even though that means I have to take the headphones off, I will put on the cowboy hat because I need the help right now to afford these games, so I'll do it. All right? So, in advance, thank you to anyone who contributes. I appreciate that, all right? Let's talk about news. We've got a lot of gaming news that came out this morning. First of all, I already mentioned one of the stories, so let's jump right into it. Sony outright came out and said there will be 0 PlayStation 5 consoles available for purchase anywhere in person. The only people getting a PS5 at launch are people who pre-ordered. That's it. Now, a couple retailers, like Walmart, have come out and said, well, what we're going to do is we're going to allow people to order online the day of, at set periods of time. As crazy as that sounds, they're like, yeah, 9 a.m., noon, 3 p.m., we're each going to release a slew of PlayStation 5 consoles on our website that you can buy, and if you buy it, then you can go to the store and pick it up. I'm not so keen on how that's going to work. I predict their entire website blowing up multiple times during the day and crashing. Okay? I don't foresee that going the way that they think it's going to go. Okay? But basically there will be no in-person sales of the consoles. Why? Well, because of the pandemic. I mean, let's face it. Previous console generations, there always were. You would line up outside of the retail store for hours, sometimes days ahead of time. I remember when I worked Best Buy during the launch of the Xbox 360, that's exactly what happened. We had people who were lined outside for 2 days in front of our store to get a launch Xbox 360, and a bunch of them ended up catching pneumonia and going to the hospital. So, yeah, they're not doing that. They're basically saying it's way too risky with the pandemic. Instead, you have to order online, and then you can either go to the store to pick it up or have it mailed to you, one or the other. So, I both agree with that, but also I kind of cringe. And here's why. I agree with that because we don't want the fucking pandemic spreading worse for a game console. That would be stupid as shit. Alright? It's a freaking luxury console. It's video games. It's not worth risking your life over. Or the lives of others around you because you're spreading COVID. Alright? At the very same time, this is pretty bad because the whole pre-order methods of the PS5 were a complete and utter shit show. Right? Think about how tough it was to pre-order a PS5. Every retailer site was crashing, having errors. There was no set time when it were going to be available. They were just throwing them on the site willy-nilly, and the sites were falling apart. Even PlayStation's own website did not work properly during the pre-order process. Amazon didn't even allow public pre-orders of the PS5. You had to have a secret behind-the-scenes link in order to fucking pre-order. So, if you were part of the special group who happened to get a pre-order on the one day when they launched, good for you, but outside of that, everyone else seems completely fucking screwed, right? And the question here is, outside of more people who are apparently going to go into the same shit show on launch day and try to order through Walmart.com, when will these consoles actually be available for the normal person who doesn't have time to sit around clicking on websites all fucking day, praying to get in on a pre-order, right? How long will it take? I don't know. I don't know. And it's an interesting question, right? Will it be a month? Will there actually be a slew of these available for Christmas? Will it be 2 months? January, will things calm down and we'll start to see more consoles shipped to stores? Or is it going to be like April, right? In which case, now you're talking half a year before you can get your hand. That was the situation with the Xbox 360. The first slew came out. Many of the original launch consoles were faulty. And people were not even able to get replacements until the spring, right? That's how in demand the Xbox 360 was at launch. So, what's going to happen? I really don't know. All right? Hold on 1 second, everybody. Oh, stretch my leg here. Oh, man. Okay. Well, since we're talking new launch console news, let's talk a little bit about some more information that has finally kind of hit the internet from people who have been testing their launch consoles. Supposedly, the PlayStation 5, either model, doesn't matter, is only going to have around 650 gigabytes of storage space for games on it, period. Originally, the report was that it would probably have around 800, but apparently those reports were exaggerated or incorrect, and now they're basically saying after the operating system and all the shit that comes preloaded on it, you only have about 650 gigs on the 1 terabyte hard drive to actually use for game space. Okay? Now, is that good or bad? Well, I guess it depends on what games you're playing, because it looks like the average game on PlayStation 5 will likely be between 50 to 100 gigs. All right? That's the average game. Okay? But Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War has a listed storage space, I'm not kidding, on the back of the box, 285 gigabytes. What the fuck? 285 gigabytes? So you're telling me this game, right? This game is going to take up half of your fucking hard drive on the PlayStation 5. Right? Now, here's the thing. I think that includes all modes. So if you're going to play the campaign, the multiplayer, and Warzone, it's 285 gigabytes. I'm wondering if they're going to give you the opportunity to install only what you want or uninstall what you don't want once the game is on the console and operational. I have no idea if that's what they're going to do, but I think that would make sense considering the fact of how fucking huge the game is. That's insane. Half your goddamn console hard drive is one game, right? That's pretty insane. Now, in addition to that, all right, the Xbox Series S, which is the lower end of the Xbox consoles that are coming out, reportedly is only going to have 350 gigabytes of storage space on the hard drive. So that's enough for Call of Duty and one more game. You can fit 2 games on your console if you're playing Call of Duty, right? Now, of course, admittedly, you can buy expansion hard drive space for your console, but the problem is right now it is incredibly expensive. Both the expansion hard drives for the Xbox Series S and X as well as the PlayStation 5 cost over $200 each. So you're going to spend $200-$300 extra on top of the already existing $300 to $500 just to have more storage space at launch. That's insane. All right. Now, there is talk that there will be third-party storage expansions within the first year. Okay, that's what we're being told is, yes, at launch, there will only be the first-party expansions, and they're going to be insanely expensive, but you will have the option within the first year that more companies will be able to do the more generic third-party hard drives, and it'll be a lot cheaper. All right? So, here for me, with my PlayStation 5, I'm not too worried, and here's why. Usually on PlayStation, on my PlayStation, at any given time, I'll have maybe 4 to 5 games on their tops. Like right now, I have Watch Dogs Legion, I have Little Hope, I have Genshin Impact, and I have Street Fighter. Okay, 30th Anniversary Collection. Now, yeah, I probably had 1 or 2 more games on there over the course of the last couple months. But generally, when I beat a high-profile game, I don't leave it on my console. What I do is I upload this file to the cloud, the save file, and I delete it from my console. And yeah, there's times when I end up re-downloading it later, and that's fine. As long as you have the digital rights to the game, there's no problem with doing that. So, I don't think it'll be that big of a deal. Even getting the launch PS5, installing Call of Duty, even if Call of Duty takes half the hard drive, I think with Demon's Souls, Spider-Man, maybe one more game that I'll be playing and then once I beat one of those, I delete it, and then I install a new game, I think I'll be alright. Okay? But there are a lot of people who like to store a lot of stuff at once, and they play games at their own pace. They don't rush through games or anything, right? And they're going to want to switch between games on the fly. PlayStation 5 launch titles include Spider-Man, Demon's Souls, Bugsnax, Sackboy, Astro, and Godfall. Not to mention cross-platform games like Assassin's Creed, Yakuza. You see what I'm saying? There will be other games as well that people are going to want to play all at once. How are you going to do that? Right? And I've even been saying, gee, what I'll probably do is I'll carry over my playthroughs of Assassin's Creed to the PlayStation 5 so that I can continue it on the next-gen console. But am I going to be able to fit it? Right? If I'm already going to have Demon's Souls, Spider-Man, Bugsnax, Call of Duty, will I be able to fit Assassin's Creed on there? I don't know. I don't know. This is a big concern. So a lot of people are wondering what's going to happen here. With these next-gen consoles in storage, are people actually going to be forced to rush back out to the stores or go back online and buy an insanely expensive expansion hard drive? I don't know. I guess we're going to find out, huh? Okay, last story for today regarding Demon's Souls. 2, pieces of info hit the internet this morning. Demon's Souls will have a more complex character creator than ever before in a From Software game. Apparently, they added a bunch of new character creation features for this re-release. And in addition, this game will have a robust, newly added photo mode. Okay? So first of all, expect a ton of beautiful pictures that are going to be coming out of the game on launch day. You're going to see them all over social media. I'm sure people are going to be saying, look how gorgeous this game is. Right? At the same time, the character creator, I think, is pretty funny because for anyone who's played these games from Software, you know that, yeah, you could spend a ton of time making your character, and it doesn't matter because the moment you start playing, all you ever see is your character's ass and the back of their head, and then they put on armor, and you can't even see anything anyway. So, I remember, I would say out of all the From Software games that I've ever played, the one that maybe I saw my character a little bit more was Bloodborne. If you remember my first run of Bloodborne, I made the Joker. My character was actually the Joker. And that was pretty cool because every once in a while you could see his face, very pale, kind of sticking through like a hood or something. But even then, you could barely see the character, right? Almost never. But, I'd say a little bit less coverage because of the kind of armor and stuff you wear in Bloodborne versus Dark Souls, Demon's Souls. You're wearing full-on body armor, right? You're wearing full-on shit that covers your whole body, so who cares what your character looks like? It could be a fucking stick figure in there. You never know, because you never see him. So I just find it funny that they apparently spent time adding all this. Everyone's going to be like, wow, look at my character that I made. And you'll never see them again. Now, of course, people are already criticizing me on social media saying that's a bad take. A lot of people absolutely love making characters in RPGs, to which I respond, fair enough. If this is what you want, go ahead. It's nice that it's in there, I guess. I just don't think it's going to have any utility when it comes to the actual game. More people might spend more time in the character creator than playing the real game, considering how hard it is. They make these amazing characters go in and just quit after 10 minutes. So I guess we'll see. I can't wait for the gaming journalist to start playing the game and be like, wow, the character creation, I did it for an hour, and then I played the same thing and died 4,000 times in the first 15 minutes. So, but anyway, anything new is good. Alright, anything new is good. It's nice they added new stuff to the game. I'm actually looking forward to seeing the very, very artistic shots I'm sure people will be doing in the photo mode, because people usually do some pretty amazing things with photo modes in these games, right? So there you go. All right, that's the news. Let's now get to shout-outs, everyone. All right, thank you to everyone who has so far contributed to the stream. Let's do some shout-outs and start updating the leaderboards. So first of all, overnight I received a subscription from Link to the Trash. Thank you, Link to the Trash, for the sub. I also received a $10 tip from Lightside Hank, who said the following. Nice Genshin Impact stream again, Phil. You only have numbered 2. Yeah, he's right. I named 2 videos number 11 in the playthrough. So I fixed that this morning. Now it's number 11 and number 12. But overnight I named them wrong. Foolishly. He says, I'm enjoying the wonderful game and the fitting music. How could they have produced this for a free game? I asked myself. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. The game has a lot of content, a very good combat system with elemental stuff in it, a wide cast, a lot of questing. The game runs decently, and it does chop up a bit, but it runs decently, and it's free. That's the craziest part. It's a fucking game that many people would have paid a full $60 for, and it's free. So, pretty crazy. Thank you, Lightside Hank, for the overnight tip. I appreciate that. Golden Coles did a few overnight cheers. And the first one he asked, do I like Heinz 57 sauce? I like it so much I put it on chicken burritos, and turkey sandwiches and all kinds of slop. 57 sauce. Is that the one that's kind of like Thousand Island? I think if that's the case, I think I've seen it in the store, but I've never tried it. The only Heinz product I usually use is ketchup. I know they have other condiments, like they have like mayo and mustard and other sauces, but I've never tried any of those. I just had their ketchup. So, and I do love their ketchup. So sadly, I can't really answer that. I don't know what the 57 sauce is. So, Golden Cold Shoot again. He says, would you ever combine your Mio water by mixing it with an energy drink that's already strong like Red Bull or Monster? You could have unlimited power. Dude, you would just die. That would be like way too much caffeine to consume in a small amount of time. That, come on. That's just not healthy for you. I'm getting older here, dude. I can't be doing that kind of shit. You might as well just tell me to pour, like, fucking jet fuel into a Four Loko and then pump it into my ass with a tube. I don't think that's a good idea. Could you do it? Yeah. Is it a good idea? No. Absolutely not. Okay. Golden Colts cheered again. So I guess technically, yeah, let's look. This actually was the first official cheer of the stream. So, Golden Colts did a 70-bit cheer and says, do you think Dr. Pepper is better for you than other sodas? It is named after a healthcare professional after all. Of course it is. We all know that Dr. Pepper has so many beneficial things for your body. First of all, it provides your body with much needed sugar that you can burn and use as an energy source during the course of the day, right? Then you've got the very unique flavor. It's supposed to be cherry combined with other flavors. And we all know that when the body tastes cherry, naturally it has healing properties. I don't know if you guys knew this. That's why I drink cherry juice. Because when you drink cherry, your body it has this amazing rejuvenation. You become like Wolverine. If you get shot, the bullet pops out of your body and it just heals itself almost instantly. So, it's pretty great. And then, of course, if you get Diet Dr. Pepper, all right, now you magically lose weight too. If you drink Diet Dr. Pepper, pounds just roll right off your body. It's pretty amazing. I've seen it happen. Just big fat rolls just pop right off your body, slap on the floor. So, you got to go for the best of the best. Dr. Pepper is amazing. And by the way, it almost has the same flavor as real Dr. Pepper. What the fuck am I talking about? Anyway, obviously I'm full of shit. Sassy Girly, it's sad that I have to say that because some people will actually take what I'm saying as fact because they're stupid, but no, I was kidding. Sassy Girly resubscribed for 3 months. Thank you, Sassy Girly, for a 3-month resub. I appreciate that. Horatio Rosalon resub for 2 months. And he says, are you planning on playing the Demon Souls remake? Absolutely not. I've already played the game twice. There's no reason for me to play this one again. I feel it would be a waste of everyone's time, and everyone's already collectively come out and told me they don't want to see me play Demon Souls, so there's no way that I'm playing it whatsoever, okay? No way. I think today's opposite day. Obviously, I'm kidding. Yes, I'm playing Demon Souls at launch. Demon Souls I've played twice before. Once, the first run was interesting because the game actually functioned. The second time I played it, the servers had already crashed completely, so the whole online aspect of it was completely fucked up. And I basically had to turn it offline in order to even play the game, which was really disappointing because the online aspect is a big part of it, especially the boss, the summon boss that could be very difficult or very easy depending on who you summon. So, Yes, of course I'm playing. I think it's the #1 game people want to see me play on PS5. So absolutely. Rough and Toothless cheered. Says, I was so inspired by her talk about tipping small content creators. I tipped my favorite small streamer $100. He got tears in his eyes. Thanks, man. Made my day and mine. Well, that sounds awesome. That is what it's all about. I'm serious. Like, that's what it's all about. All right? And in regards to what Rough and Toothless is talking about, a couple days ago, I was like, you got to understand something. If you're going to watch one of these big creators who gets 1 million viewers and they already have $1 million contract with Twitch, why are you giving them further funds? Like, you're just basically pissing into a lake, right? They don't need that, nor are they going to use it for anything productive. Versus there's tons of indie content creators out there who are just either doing it for fun or they wish they could make a living doing it, but they can't. They need your help way more than one of these bigwig motherfuckers who's already rolling in dough. Yet people go to those big streams every day and toss these people thousands of dollars because they're fucking idiots. So, far be it for me to tell you who to watch or who to contribute to, but hey, 10 times out of 10, you will feel better, and you will be doing much more productive stuff with your contributions when you give it to a smaller time streamer than if you give it to a big time person who already has a contract. And that's my belief. You can disagree, but that is my belief. Okay? All right. Baldy cheered and said, I was talking with a friend's group at college the other day. You two came up with the conversation. Turns out Jamal is the friend group, a fellow viewer. His girlfriend Brandy watches content on demand. Small world. I have no idea what you're talking about at this point. So anyway, thanks Baldy for the cheer. And he says, good luck with Watch Dogs Legion today. When people make references like that, it's obvious they're trying to reference something and get a joke or something. I have no idea what you're talking about. So thanks for the cheer. Cashmere Goat gifted a sub to Swag Donald. Old Swag Donald had a farm. Yeezy, yeezy, yeah. Okay, anyway. Yeetus, yeetus, yeetus. Richard Link cheered. And he... No, Richard Link resubbed for 15 months. And he says, happy 15 months together, Phil. When is Bug Snacks being debuted? I hope you, Jasper and Kat, are well and have a good Thanksgiving. Thank you very much, Richard. A little early to be talking about Thanksgiving. But, yeah. Bug Snacks. I'm not... you guys think I've been joking. Alright? You don't even know. I'm not joking. Bug Snacks will be the first game that I play on PS5. Bug fucking Snacks is a game changer, ladies and gentlemen. It's the game that's going to turn things around for gaming in 2020. It is the way, the truth, and the life of a gamer. Bug fucking Snacks. Talking about Bug Snacks. I'll be playing Bug Snacks. I'll be living Bug Snacks when I get that PS5. I cannot wait. And the best part is that it's free on PS Plus. How can you go fucking wrong? Alright, Guy in Time did a 500-bit cheer and says Activision should start bundling Call of Duty with 1 terabyte hard drives. At this rate, I think they're going to have to if they want anyone to fit it on their consoles. Thank you, Guy in Time, for a very generous 500-bit cheer and the biggest cheer of the day so far. Romy Road did a 50-bit cheer. He says, are you going to miss load screens? Usually when you read tips and... Oh, what does he say? Usually when you read tips and cheers... usually that's when you read tips and cheers. There's a video on Spider-Man starting from a cold boot into gameplay. It's less than 10 seconds. That's nuts. But it's awesome. But it's nuts. Right? It's going to be a different experience. Having no load times is going to be fucking wild. We've always, as console gamers, we've always kind of accepted that consoles are going to have these load times, while PC in a lot of cases doesn't. But maybe it's finally over with, right? So that's cool. Anyway, thank you for the cheer. Cashmere Goat gifted a sub to Gorilla Pimp. Congratulations, Gorilla Pimp. Thank you, Cashmere Goat, for the support. Pro Matty 11 resub for 2 months. Thank you, Pro Matty, for a 2-month resub. I appreciate that as well. Monkey Ed 1, or either Monkeyed 1 or Monkey Ed 1, cheered and said, will you get on with the bloody game? Of course I will, as soon as I finish with shoutouts. Hygienic Streamer Tips cheered, said, how to eat a tomato. 1, get a tomato. 2, put the tomato up to your mouth. 3, bite the tomato. 4, chew the tomato. 5, swallow the tomato. Well done, you've eaten a tomato. Conversialist cheered and says, damn it, Phil, I thought you were actually conveying nutritional wisdom for us about cherries. No, you don't. Oh, my goodness. All right. Why do I drink cherry juice? Because reportedly, not scientifically proven, but reportedly cherry juice can lower the natural acid levels in your body, in particular uric acid, which is the acid I have problems with, and why years ago I was having these flare-ups of gout, where my entire foot would swell up in the joints, and it would feel like someone was stabbing me with 100 tiny knives. Yeah, it wasn't pleasant. The good news is I have not had an actual flare-up of gout in years, because I've taken precautions like eating less red meat and drinking cherry juice. That's one thing that I think I've gotten out of it, but outside of that, I couldn't tell you what else cherry juice does, all right? Okay? Excuse me. Jethro's main cheer says, do you really unplug your Ethernet cord on your playthrough of Demon's Souls when you did a PvP? What are you talking about? Are you talking about my original playthrough or my second run? My original playthrough, I don't remember. I know in my second run, I had to because the game wasn't even functional. When you had it plugged in, the game would constantly have errors and wouldn't allow you to play it. So I was forced to unplug it, which sucked ass. I was trying to do a legit playthrough and I couldn't have any online elements because of it. It was really shit. But honestly, I don't remember. Infinite resubscribed for 36 months. 3 years of support from Infinite 55, man. Thank you, Infinite, for the 3 years of support. I appreciate that. Monkeyed one, or again, Monkey Ed, I don't know how to say his name, did a 400-bit cheers, so hurry up, old chat. Alright, I am getting through shoutouts. This is how it works. Daddy Sanjo subscribed for 2 months. Thank you, Daddy, for the support. Let's now get to shoutouts for the top cheers of the week, folks. The week is still young. It's only Thursday. Of course, this leaderboard will carry all the way through Sunday. But thank you to those who have cheered so far this week, including Baldy, who's in 10th place, Spartan King, who's in 9th. We got a tie for 7th between Guy in Time and Monkeyed. In 6th place, it's Golden Cult. 5th place, Hygienic Streamer Tips is tied with Rob on Wheels, so technically that's a tie for 4th. Ribley Atomic is in 3rd, Ninstar Runes in 2nd, and Sambuca in 1st place. Thank you, guys. Also, shout out to those who have so far subbed. Excuse me, I completely screwed that up. Let's try this again. Thank you to those who have so far gifted a subscription to my channel this week. Okay, thank you to these people. Wooback Baby, DC Fan 200, Beast Bod, Big D's, and Not Elon Jusk all gifted a single subscription to the channel. Django Pops, Dr. Tony Huge, and Ultima Cloud 7 all gifted 2 subscriptions to the channel. And now, as of this morning, it is Kashmir Go, who is currently in the lead for this week. 3 gifted subscriptions to the channel. And remember, all this is helping for us to reach our subs goal for the month. So that is much appreciated. Okay? Jethro's Main says, he cheered again. He says, you unplugged the cable because you claimed the guy was cheating. Jethro's Main, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. What are you even talking about? Jethro's Main, I think you should go have a discourse with yourself about this somewhere in the corner and leave us all alone. I have no idea what the fuck you're even discussing. Jesus Christ. Anyway. I wanted to check on subs. Someone already asked, is the sub count accurate? Let's see if it went up or down. It says we're at 761, so it did actually go up a few here. Thank you, guys. We're slowly, like I said, it's the slow climb. I get the feeling once the new releases hit this week, in particular the PS5 coverage, we're going to have people coming in here who haven't been here in a while to see my PS5 coverage. And, you know, hopefully we will see some subs and we'll be able to do the holiday marathon, all right? All right, guys, so that's all I got. Unless anyone else has any more questions, what we'll do is take a break. I got to use the restroom. And when I come back from break, it will be Watch Dogs Legion. Like I said, what we're going to do is focus in on the other major story plot line, which is honing in on this, I guess, this group called Error 404 or something like that. They're supposed to be another hacker group. And I guess we need to try to get them to team up with DedSec to collectively take on, you know, the people who are controlling London. So, reminder, if you can help me today, please do. Any contribution is appreciated, but tips will help me more than anything else because those tips are going to go directly to the cost of all these games and consoles that I need to buy. Not consoles, console. In the next week or so. All right. So, any contribution appreciated. If you can tip me, please do. We have multiple tip reward levels today. All kinds of stuff going on. So, I hope that you will consider it. Okay? And one final reminder before we start. I understand that many of you will not like Watch Dogs Legion. I agree with you that that game is not as good as Watch Dogs 2. I totally get it. But I have to play it for the next several days to finish it up before the new releases come out this week. So, if you have an issue with that, do not sit here and complain constantly about the game. If you are seen as a constant complaining negative influence to the stream, you will be moderated appropriately for stream derailment. There have been people who've already complained to me saying they're enjoying the playthrough and they can't enjoy it because there's too many people sitting here complaining about the game constantly, so I have to take action. In addition, it is my place, not yours, to be telling people how to contribute, to be asking for contributions, to advertise for contributions. That's my job, not yours. If you're seen derailing the chat, talking about contributions being low, talking about, man, Phil should contribute, people should contribute to Phil, and do this and that. If I hear that people are spamming other people with information about contributions, you are out of here. All right? I can't have my stream constantly be derailed by a bunch of people who think that it's funny to be sarcastic about contributions. Oh, Phil had a slow day yesterday, so now let's fucking rag on him all fucking day about it. Not gonna happen. All right? Just not gonna happen. I'm gonna boot your ass out of here. All right? So please understand, these are the rules. The third time now during the pre-stream, I'm laying down the rules. If you didn't listen at this point, I can't help you. You should have fucking listened. And undoubtedly, you're going to have people who are going to get moderated, and there's nothing I can do about it. Okay? Hygienic Streamer Tips, thank you for another 50-bit cheer. But he's basically recommending a ton of ways to eat tomatoes, including mashing them into butter, scrambling them into your eggs, oven roasting them, making fresh tomato sauce, making a pan con tomate, which I guess would be bread with tomato, stir-frying them or adding them to grilled cheese. I actually really like a tomato on a grilled cheese. That's a good suggestion right there. All right. Let's take a break. When I come back from break, Watch Dogs Legion shall continue. All right, guys? Thank you for hanging out with me on the pre-stream. I'll be back shortly. See you in a few. Alrighty then.